Hi everyone, welcome to How Ines Rolls. Today, I need to do something extra special because tomorrow is one of my son's birthday. So I thought I would make a homemade cake and I thought I could show you as well. It is so easy, you're gonna wanna try it this weekend. So let's get started. So if you've been following me for a little while, you may remember when I did a poke cake, a coconut poke cake. If not, just kind of look through my baking tutorials and you'll see it was like one of my first few ones. So it is that same recipe. It is just a white cake that is so yummy, just really moist, and there's like some really great secret ingredient into it. So what I'm gonna do first is get my larger saucepan and I'm going to melt down a cup of butter and a cup of water, and then I'll bring you closer. So easy. So I am just using regular salted butter. The recipe does call for a little bit of salt, so I will just omit that part because I don't normally buy unsalted butter. So this is what I have, and everything on this recipe I have in my pantry or in my fridge. So it's a good go-to recipe for sure. So this is for our third son, Jonas. We normally let the kids decide if they want to have some friends come over or just get money. And I will tell you, almost every single time they choose the money. And we usually have like a family dinner. So Jonas, he got his money, but he also, instead of doing our family dinner, he's such a laid back kind of kid. He is wanting just to play video games with a few friends. So I thought at least I could at least make a cake for him, and we'll just get like a few pizzas from Little Caesars. I mean, really, so easy. And this cake will go with the whole easy put it together theme because you'll see, it's gonna be super good. It's gonna be baked like a Texas sheet cake, so in one of those long, large pans. But if you don't have one of those, I have made it in a 9x13. It just comes out kind of thicker. You just gotta watch it a little longer, but it's not a big deal. It's a little more dense, but it's not a bad thing. It's actually really good. So I'm gonna have to show you a little bit later. Jonas, I have the sweetest little video of Jonas when he wasn't even quite 2 years old, and he's singing a Halloween song. It's so cute. I'll show you in a little bit. Now I'm ready to get all my ingredients in the pan. So first up, I'm just going to stir it right in the pot, you guys. 2 cups of sugar, and to that, I'm also going to add 2 1/4 cups of flour. And that's, you guys, there's like some other flavorings, and we're gonna whisk. I'm gonna get my whisk out, but I'm just gonna try to get some of this nice and melted in. And it's pretty easy to put too. I mean, like, right? Let's get the flour in and then start whisking. Okay, here's the 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna also put in the baking soda. Just a teaspoon. And then I'm gonna get that going. Just getting the lumps out, guys, getting the lumps. You want it nice and smooth. So I just put my batter to the side, and I'll show you in a minute, but I wanted to get a head start and spray this nice big pan very well. And I also wanted the batter to kind of cool down a little bit because I will be adding eggs and I don't want them to cook. Not checked anyways. I don't want scrambled eggs. All right, so you can see here, nice and smooth. I mean, come on you guys, that looks gorgeous. All right, so what we're gonna do right now is a teaspoon of vanilla in here. I love Mexican vanilla, it's my favorite. Oops, I put a little more. I always do that, you guys. I always add a little splash more because vanilla is just that good to me. And then the secret ingredient before I add in the eggs is sour cream. Half a cup, you guys. It's gonna make it so good, and it actually adds like a little bit of a depth of flavor that people are like, what's in here? What's in here? But it does make it really moist. So this is my quarter cup, so I'm gonna do 2 of these. And this will cool it down a tiny bit too. Just worried that that's gonna start like scrambling eggs in there. I'll whisk it through. And then we'll crack some eggs. Now I'm gonna use my eggs that I got from Ashley's farm. Aren't these super cute? I mean, they're just pretty too in color. They're also a little bit tougher on the shell. I forget about that. I used to have chickens myself, and I do remember that. I whisk this through and then get it on the pan. That easy, you guys. I didn't have to get any extra bowls. I don't have to get too many extra things dirty, not a mixer. This is a recipe I can get behind every time. So it's called a white cake mix, but you can see it's a little yellow. And just evenly pour it onto the pan and get it into a 375 for 20 minutes. So satisfying. No lumps, you guys. I'm going to do a new frosting recipe, and I'll show you that in a little bit. That is pretty close to perfect, you guys. It smells so good in here, and you know what? So easy. So I'm just going to put this on the counter. It only took 20 minutes, and I'm gonna let it completely cool. While I have it cooling, I'll show you that super cute video. It's about a minute, but it is adorable. So happy birthday, Jonas, and let's watch this cutie video.
Hi, Jonas. Do you want to do the 5 little pumpkins? 5 little pumpkins sitting on the gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting." The second one said. The third one said, "We don't care." The fourth one said, the fifth one said, then went the wind and away rolled the pumpkins on Halloween night. Hey, Jonas, what's this called? What's that? What's that called? Jack-o'-lantern. Good job.
Wasn't that just so cute? Oh my gosh. Jonas has always been like probably a very even like personality, easy to like as a baby. He's probably one of my easiest kids. He's just a great joy in our life. And right now, even though he's hitting 12 and he's almost getting to that age where it's not as fun. You know what I'm talking about if you have teenagers or preteens. But he's still a lot of fun to be around. And he is one of my most loving kids as well. So he still tells me he loves me in front of his friends and gives me a hug. And, well, maybe just a hug. But he deserves a nice cake. And then I'm going to show you also, I'm going to be making the frosting, and I'm also going to show you how we're going to decorate it a little bit. So then you could use any of these decorations for maybe some Halloween cupcakes. We'll see. So I'm going to use my mixer today because I want my frosting nice and smooth. So I'm going to get a cup of butter. Now again, with the recipe, I have salted butter, just regular butter. And so I'm going to omit the salt that's added into the recipe to offset it. So I don't need any more butter. Or I'm sorry, I don't need any more salt. It's nice and softened. I will also link the recipe to this, and hopefully it turns out well. And we're gonna add a little bit of butter, or a little bit of milk, and a little bit of vanilla. It calls for 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, so my extra spill is just fine. Perfect. I'll bring it closer so that you can see what we're doing. Now we're just gonna mix. I'm just going to sift 2/3 of a cup of cocoa in my new little sifter. Let me make sure I'm getting enough here. That's great. And we want everything to be broken apart, so no clumps, right? Oh, this is great. My other one, if you've been with me for a minute, my other one was really little, and I got it from the dollar store, and it rusted. So, no more. And now we're gonna mix again. Okay, you guys, I just added 1 of 3 cups of powdered sugar. So I'm just gonna start working this in and just keep it going. Smells really good though. All right, here is the third cup of powdered sugar. And then I'm just gonna be mixing, but it's looking pretty good. So making your own frosting is not a horrible, it's not super difficult, but I would highly recommend to go slow. So I put in 1 cup at a time, and even that had like dust from the powdered sugar. So it may need a little cleaning up afterwards, but it should be nice and good. But let me show you how smooth, with a little bit of patience, this frosting is. Look at that. So good. Now I get to taste it. That is delicious. Who needs to go buy frosting anymore from the store? Not me. Even though I still do. Come on, I'll just admit that. But at least you know, like when you make it yourself, what the ingredients that you're using and what's being put into it. No extra chemicals, no extra weird oils that you're like, what is that? Or things you can't pronounce. So I'm still letting the cake come to a cool, and I hope this is enough. And if it's not, then I can always make some more tomorrow or something and add it. But let me show you what we're gonna be putting on the cake. So we're just going to make some little cute owls using Oreos and M&Ms. I mean, it's super easy, you guys. In fact, I have a picture of Jonas helping me make these 6 years ago. Isn't that the cutest too? So I thought we could make this cake and have the owl eyes on the sides as a cute decor. Now you could easily just put these on some cupcakes. So you can see I'm carefully taking the cookies apart. And then all I'm going to do is just add some brown M&Ms. But you know what, guys? You can see I've seen them in a whole bunch of other colors. And just kind of press them in. I could see why, or I could see using like a double stuffed Oreo so it has more to press into. But let me show you. Oh, that's the cutest. It's gonna be so cute on the cake. And even if it really doesn't look like owl eyes, they're like monster eyes or fun eyes, like Halloween eyes. And then, but I am gonna put like an orange beak and just turn up an orange M&M, kind of like up and down to be the beak. So it will look like an owl. It will be so cute. So can't wait to put it all together. Okay, it's room temperature, so it's time to do it. I'm super excited, and I'm really, fingers crossed, hoping this is enough frosting. If not, then I can just make more, like I said. Trying to get every last bit. Dun, da, da, dun. Ooh, I think I'm going to put one more orange one right there because one's kind of buried. But you can see where I'm going to cut the slices. They're pretty thin, right? It's like a sheet cake. So we'll just cut out the eyes. There's 4 slices here, 4 there, and then we'll just divvy that up amongst everybody. So you guys, it looks so good, and the frosting tasted great. What do you think? I don't know if this is flipped backwards, but I promise it says 12 and not 21. Although he acts like that sometimes. Anyways, this is going to be great. The kids are going to love it. It's so easy to do. Let me know in the comments if you've ever made a sheet cake before, if you have a special family recipe. I've had this recipe, I can't even tell you, maybe like 10 years or so, but it's good stuff. So I need to let this get cool and put it in the refrigerator so it'll be easy to cut. And aren't those little owls cute? So I just wanted to let Jonas know how much we love him and have a wonderful 12th year. And friends, I'm just so glad you stopped by my channel today. Give the video a thumbs up and let me know if you think you'll make this cake anytime soon. So have a wonderful evening and stick around, rollers. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next. Bye, everyone.